All right, what's this guy saying? He's saying that in 8 days the old rubber's going to hit the road.
Rubber meets the paper or the rubber meets the road, you're going to have to come up with the silver. They're trying to manage it. This will not be an easy ride.
Okay, trying to come up with the silver. They've got all these paper contracts out there, and they're going to have to come up with the silver in 8 days. I don't know why he says that, but that's Good Friday. That's Black Friday, after the day after Thanksgiving. We'll see if it happens.
And, maybe his perspective is like mine. I remember 2011, it hit 50 like that and bang, it never came back. But the resiliency of this market is unlike anything I've seen in 36 years. It keeps coming back. And I think you just have to deal with volatility and you have to have strong fingertips. Sometimes it's better just to shut the computer and go outside and don't look at it. And I know that's easy to say, or maybe it isn't, because I feel the same way, but you just have to deal with it. The bull wants to throw as many of you off its back as possible. The biggest money in the world is telling you, and now that silver is important. They're draining the world's exchanges and standing for delivery. But now the government has put policy as a national security measure underneath, as a floor underneath. Volatility is annoying unless you're a swing trader, but it's part of the game, and you have to deal with it or you're in the wrong asset.
Said Japan just broke the bond market and was told that we have 30 days till it goes bust.
Yeah, well, and their currency's at its lowest level in 35 years. And what it
Okay, so what did Japan do with the bond market? In 30 days, it's going to go bust. So we're looking at in 30 days, we're looking at the 20th of December. Today is now the 20th of November. Holy cow, so hold it back up here.
with it or you're in the wrong asset.
Said Japan just broke the bond market and was told that we have 30 days till it goes bust.
Yeah, well, and their currency's at its lowest level in 35 years. And what it basically means is that the yen carry trade, which has facilitated, this is probably why the crypto crashed and why you see people pulling out of NVIDIA. The yen carry trade was a free blank check for the world to invest in our markets, in crypto, in every asset on the planet where you could borrow in cheap yen and then take that money and buy assets in the United States, even treasuries, and make that spread without any risk at all. And now the cost of carrying that trade, the difference between the yen and the dollar is so much that trade's dead. And I think you'll start to see reverberations where liquidity is not, it's kind of like a balloon with a tiny little hole in it. And if you have a constant flow of air, you might keep it inflated. The minute you start to withdraw that air, bang, it starts to deflate. No, I think the LBMA is would you stop it, dude? The LBMA is in greater peril ultimately in the COMEX because the LBMA is a peer-to-peer over-the-counter market. I trade with you, you trade with me. There's no exchange that can come in and fix all the ills, so to speak. Whereas the COMEX is an exchange with a platform, and they do have rules that will protect their existence. In other words, cash settle, force majeure. But that's the same thing as a default. That's the same thing as shutting down. The whole system is gummed up, but I believe the real danger is in London, more so than New York.
Yeah. Thoughts on monetary metals program lending your gold seems to open you to counterparty risk. Thoughts?
Well, that does open you to counterparty risk, and I have nothing bad to say about monetary metals. I can tell you
Stock up this Black Friday with Paleo.
the thought would be, look, silver's up 70%, gold's up 60 or thereabouts. Is it worth it for you, maybe, to relinquish your metals to make another 3 or 4% for a term and a period of time? The one thing that I find the most disconcerting about it, and again, never heard a bad thing about it. They're doing a good business as far as I can tell, is that, and maybe I'm wrong because I'm not the expert on it, but when you give them your silver eagles or your gold eagles and they give you credit and they're paying you a VIG, a return they lend it to jewelry, they convert it into bars and lend it to jewelry companies and whatnot for fabrication, you get it back. So even if the jewelry company is the soundest company in the world and they pay back, there's no guarantee you get back what you gave. And look at Gold Buffaloes as an example. Now they have a $300 premium. What if you had done that and what they gave you back when you cash out is in bar form. Well, you just cost yourself a couple $100 an ounce. Is that worth it? Does that erase some of the possible gain? Maybe.
It's 8%. I mean, right now, $300.
If you're getting 3%
right?
and you're losing 8, does it work? And again, I got nothing but respect. I've never heard a bad word about Keith or his company. And all I can say is that the delineation or the question you should ask yourself, is it worth it to give up custodianship for a fixed period of time to make that kind of return in a market that is giving us these outsized returns? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I think,
Well, I mean,
custody is a big thing.
it is. And I think that's why what we're working on right now with being able to not Miles Franklin as a bank, but certain things that we're trying to put together. And of course, Rick Rule has his Battle Bank.
We'll be part of that also.
Yeah.
I already decided,
All right, so the main thing here is custody, and we've got demand that's up the wazoo. We've got people smelting and mining, melting and silver like crazy, scrap silver like crazy because of demand. It's undervalued. It should be 20 to 1 with gold, and it's 80 to 1 with gold. We've got markets that are unstable. I don't care if it's Japan. I don't care if it's the United States Treasury. I don't care if it's China. I don't care if it's Russia. All these countries have unstable currencies, including the UK and European countries. All this fiat money, which is unstable, including the debt that we've got, 35 trillion, 37 trillion, it puts us in a dangerous financial spot. And I think next year, if not this year, we're going to see some major things start to move. And I don't care if it's 10%, 20% of what it currently is. When this silver blows, whatever linchpin starts the markets to make it blow, and people get excited about it, and they grab all the silver they can grab, or they sell all the silver they can sell. Either way, it's going to shoot silver's price up even higher. And anybody with any brains can see that this could go at least double or triple or 4 times, even 8 times. And when this thing blows. And I think silver for the poor man's gold is the best bet. And it's going to continue to be the best bet. And you're going to see it blow next year. I think with stuff that Trump is doing, stuff that London is doing, stuff that China and India is doing, stuff that Japan's doing, stuff that Germany's doing. I just think there's too many things that are serious trouble. Russia's in trouble. China's in trouble. And you can see it politically. You can see it monetarily. So what linchpin is going to go and knock these dominoes over and cause it to pop? I don't know. There's too many of them. There's too many of them. But it's just going to take one. And when the demand escalates and the price goes up and the calls come in for the paper, there's too much paper out there and not enough supply. And it's just a demand. You'll get people dumping silver like crazy before it comes down or when they think it's going high enough. And you'll get other people grabbing it like crazy or looking to melt it or to scrap it or to store it. Both those things are going to shoot it up even higher. It's just a matter of when. It's been manipulated for decades. Decades. But we're at a different time and period. I think this thing really blows, and I'm an amateur at this. But I think if it really blows, you can see it easily going 8 times or more. Raj Martin from Montana. Good day.